Chip Zdarsky and Miguel Mendonca continue their standalone tale as the Justice League make their long and dangerous trip to Apokolips to keep Lobo out of the reaches of his enemies, but doing so causes the team to relive painful memories and remember the ones that they lost. Chip Zdarsky wonderfully begins to reveal the backstory for his plot, but not in its entirety, purposely cutting off the story at an awesome cliffhanger for the next issue as we pick back up with the League in the present. I enjoyed the story using Wally West as a type of POV character of sorts, since he's going in pretty much blind to this whole thing and he's never been to Apokolips, which is brought up this issue, leading to a natural exposition dump to happen so he can kind of get caught up on what's happened. Lobo also trying to psych Wally and the others out and getting under their skin is just great and totally something Lobo would do even if he wasn't being protected by these people. Superman also getting to deal with his own hang-ups when it comes to Martian Manhunter sacrificing himself, and the role Batman played in that was really interesting as well, since it perfectly encapsulates Superman as a character. He believes that he is there to make sure he can do the best for everyone and make sure everyone is safe, even other heroes he works with, so when one dies, he feels personally responsible for that, and he has to be reminded by John Stewart that being a hero comes with split-second life or death decisions, something that Manhunter chose. Again, that was another nice touch as well, having John tell him that, since John was the leader of a soldier platoon in his civilian life and he knows how to rally soldiers and knows the sacrifices they must make. Miguel Mendonca again brings some absolutely lovely looking artwork here, and thanks to the way Chip actually writes some of the stuff, there's this great darkness to his work, thanks to the world ending, where everything is kind of muted out and is kind of covered in a bleak shadow, which helps sell Darkseid's impending arrival in the issue with him ending the entire world. His reveal page of Darkseid specifically as well was really quite epic, and the build up to it helped get through that he's a bigger threat than he's usually been up until now. Justice League Last Ride issue 2 was another home run for Chip Zdarsky, giving a great balance of exploration into what happened in the past for this team and the present day action and character drama that resulted from it. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. Justice League Last Ride issue 2 heads to the past, where Wonder Woman calls for Cyborg's help since her sisters are dying and they can't hold back the hordes of Apokolips, while Batman and Jean try and stop the boom nukes, but time has run out for them. Granny Goodness stabs Diana, knowing that she would have made a fine addition to the female Furies, as Diana swiftly cuts off her head, found and tended to by Nubia as Cyborg makes contact, being told to evacuate Earth. Cyborg says that they are doing the best they can, but it's impossible to clear out the main cities in time, since if Darkseid transports his bombs soon, millions will die. Nighthawk chimes in, having issues in Gotham as well, since it's even slower in the city and they are moving people underground in hopes that that will help. He wonders if he can project where the bombs will fall, as Aquaman puts his eyes on one, as marine life in the Indian Ocean put out a distress signal to him. Aquaman confronts the boom nuke as it plummets towards Earth. The League soon lose contact with Aquaman, as Batman meanwhile knows that the bomb went off, as he and John are still inside Darkseid's control center and he needs Cyborg to decode it all. Manhunter keeps the parademons off Batman as Cyborg finds the system way too complex and he can't decode it, but Batman tells him that he needs to so they can find a way to locate and shut down the boom tubes. Cyborg doesn't reply as Manhunter says more parademons are coming as well as something darker. He says that he'll hold them off for as long as he can, but if Cyborg can't do this, then what's the plan? Batman takes a moment, not knowing what to do, as they hear a boom at the big door behind them. Batman says he reprogrammed the security so the doors will be impenetrable, but if Darkseid is there, it's too late for them. Manhunter knows it's not, since Hal and Clark were tracking Darkseid. Batman contacts Superman asking him for the view on Oa. Superman says that Darkseid hasn't shown up yet, but his armies have and the bombs are dropping. Hal Jordan tells him that they need to save the Guardians, telling them that this would happen, as one of the Guardians says this isn't the time or place for Hal to do that. The Guardian says letting Apokolips run rampant kept the core strong, and they don't know what Darkseid would have done to them. Hal says he'll take a wild guess, blasting the parademons away and flying off with the Guardian. asking where the other Guardians have gone. The being says they have been hidden off-planet as Superman saves Green Lantern from a parademon wave, wondering to Batman if this is just a distraction and Darkseid is on Apokolips. Bruce tells Clark that Manhunter and he will hold their own, but whatever happens, Superman needs to stop Darkseid from getting to the central power batteries since he'll be unstoppable with that level of power. Hal again tells Clark that they need to get the Guardian to the others as Superman feels a change in the air, knowing Darkseid is coming. A boom tube opens as Darkseid, holding the dead bodies of the rest of the Guardians, comes through, apologizing for his lateness since he had some errands to run. In the present, the Javelin flies through space as the Flash talks to Batman, who tells Wally he's trying to navigate them near a black hole to hide their trajectory, so he needs to concentrate. Wally says he knows why they are heading to the far corners of the universe to hide Lobo, but wonders why Apokolips. Batman says that no one will suspect them there, and Darkseid polluted the ionosphere so badly that no one will be able to scan the planet's surface, so they will stay hidden. Wally wonders if it's worth it since they need everyone's head in the game, and Superman's isn't. Batman knows that they will get the job done with or without Superman, knowing Wally is welcome to join them whenever. Wally gets up, wanting to go check on Diana and get away from all of Batman's brooding in space. Diana asks if there is any trouble, but knows Batman is just in a mood. Lobo sarcastically says he can't believe Batman is a little peeved, but he doesn't blame him since he's clearly the smartest of the group, and he knows this is stupid and they should just chop up Lobo and dump him in space. Flash humors Lobo's ranting, but Diana tells him to ignore the bounty hunter since he's just trying to provoke them. Lobo says he doesn't provoke, he only attacks, and all he's saying is that they can't solve the problem permanently like he would. Diana says that executing prisoners is for cowards, but cutting out their tongues on the other hand is seen as humane. Diana reassures Wally that she won't be doing that as the hero apologizes for being so on edge since he's never been to Apokolips. Diana says she counts him lucky since the planet she knew was a fiery pit of despair and the underworld brought to the surface, but what they are going to was a mere skeleton of that world. Lobo calls them all stupid if they think that it's really safe and it's not a death trap. Soon Superman contacts the team, telling them that things outside are good and he and John are continuing to fly an escort as Hal has headed on to Apokolips to scout it. He knows that it feels risky to break comms despite being near black holes as Batman reminds him to keep an eye out for any debris coming their way. John and Superman agree to stay on course thanks to Batman's orders, but John says that while he knows there is bad blood between Clark and Bruce, he thinks the bad blood is actually between Clark and himself since Manhunter made a choice, his own choice. Suddenly Superman hears something, speeding off as a huge ship is being pulled into the black hole nearby, unable to get out thanks to its thrusters being dead. Superman grabs the ship, pushing it back, but the pull of the black hole is too much for him alone. Luckily, the rest of the Justice League come to his aid as Hal says that he picked up on their call and came back as Batman says that he picked up the ship on the radar and called Hal back to them, knowing momentarily they'll be free from the black hole. Hal contacts the aliens, recommending they navigate towards the Calaton system for repair. The aliens agree, finding it good to see a Green Lantern patrolling the spaceways again. John knows that they aren't really traveling incognito now as Superman apologizes for taking off on him. John understands though since it was a split-second decision and it's what they all do. Batman contacts them saying that they are coming in hot to Apokolips and while it's dormant, they're going to want to be on alert. Lobo laughs at them thinking it's dormant, knowing that he would usually love to be the one killing, but he's going to have fun having a front seat to watch them all die horribly.